Sup guys, ZachTech12 here and welcome back to another Minecraft snapshot video because these stupid guys, they keep spawning out of my portal. There's pretty much just a bunch of bug fixes and actually some changes to the Bastion Remnant and the way respawning works, which is actually kind of nice in my opinion. My phone is vibrating, don't worry, it's gonna stop in a second. It's a spam call. So while I'm in the nether, actually, I think I should probably show the changes to the bed while I am in the overworld. So I'm gonna go over here. Actually, while I'm over here, I think I should probably test the villager bug to see if it's fixed again. Get the grind stone, and let me get the emeralds. Spawn it in, place the grindstone. Oh, no, I need the grindstone to actually test the basics of this bug. So, of course, I'm going to trade it. Oh, okay. Now that he obviously has more EXP, but is still a novice, still doesn't give up his profession. This bug has been going on since the start of 1.16, and I don't like it. Now let's actually test the bed. Let me get a bed. Actually, let me get a bed. The only color of bed. No one can tell me otherwise. Actually, let me move it away from this hole. And let me get a magma block. I'm gonna use this. Actually, no, I'm just gonna use dirt. So, obviously, I'm going to respawn point it's at. So, basically, it's going to prioritize, these two blocks right here. So, I'm going to kill myself. Actually, let me do a game rule. Do immediate respawn. There we go. True. Now, I'm going to kill myself. See, it's going to prioritize this, but if I'm standing, like, over here, I think... Oh, no, I think I actually have to face that direction. It's lagging a bit, but... Okay, so it prioritizes the point you enter the bed. So if I right-click it right here, I think that'll... Yeah, there we go, And it will basically go around in this direction, whether they get blocked in the normal sense. But it now also avoids respawning you on dangerous blocks, which I think are magma, and I'm going to try cactus. Let me get some sand. Actually, you know what? I think it'd be better if I just set block cactus. I guess I do need sand. I know the headboard of the bed can actually stay uncovered. So if I'm correct and I enter it on this side, it should spawn me right there if cactuses are considered a quote-unquote dangerous block. So yes, that is correct. Cactuses are considered dangerous blocks. Or maybe it's because they're not a full block. I don't really know. And let's say, so basically this would just be keep going if I keep filling it up there. But if... And this is a change that I hope is actually permanent and doesn't just apply to dangerous blocks and also applies to obstruction. But just to test it, I'm going to do set world spawn to this area. And I'm going to kill myself. And it spawns me on top of the bed, which I think is awesome. Which means I think that means if I do something like this, and then I kill myself. Okay, actually, what if I'm gonna use it with non-dangerous blocks just to make sure what I'm thinking is correct. So I'm gonna stack it all up, because I probably should have tested this before I did the video, but I think this is actually a good moment of testing. Now you can build all the way around your bed, and nothing bad will happen. I think that's wonderful. So now let's go into the Nether to talk about the changes with the respawn anchor. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, before we head to the Nether, I didn't really feel like showing this visually, but it was kind of shown visually in the thumbnail of the previous snapshot video. But now what was applied to the Vindicator is now applied to the Vex, because they don't want them doing the Hail Hitler sign. Because if they don't have a weapon in their hand, they will now raise both of their arms. Like a zombie. And I still hear zombie piglins somewhere. I thought I heard zombie piglins. Oh, just to clarify, the Crying Obsidian Nether portal, it is not a feature. I feel like I keep having to reiterate this. I just did it with fill commands. I basically just selected this block and that block in a fill command, and then I just entered Nether portal and I filled it. So now changes to respawn anchors. And we're going to use glowstone, obviously, because, you know, we got to fill it up. So now respawn anchors will favor cardinal directions. I need to find a better flat area, like maybe down here. No. So now I'm going to set it right here. So I think that means it'll, so now it's going to, let me just make sure. So the facing direction, so facing toward the center of the respawn thing, like, yeah, toward the center is not for the respawn anchor, but now it is going to prioritize cardinal directions. So as you can see, all the main cardinal directions are blocked except one, but we still have all this extra corner space. But if I kill myself, it's gonna spawn me there. But if I obstruct it like that, it's gonna now then use the cardinals, and it's always gonna make me face toward the center. And that's the basic changes with the respawn anchor. Now let me just make sure I set my respawn anchor to this respawn anchor. Seriously, I think this system right here is actually a really good system. Although, I think that means I'm gonna kill myself then. Oh! So I think that means we actually need to physically obstruct it now. So we need to physically obstruct all but one. I think that'll make it less cluttered or something. So now I'm going to kill myself. So yes, that is something we need to change when doing a respawn anchor setup like this. Having a pressure plate that you spawn on top of with a dispenser with glowstone in it that'll just fill up the respawn anchor. So that obviously is a major change to how we're going to have to set those up. And we're going to need to head over to the Bastion Remnants next. And we gotta, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot I killed the Striders and stuff over here. I don't know why I did. Yeah, the biomes were all messed up, but that's only really because, I spawned in a... That was only really because that area of the world was generated much earlier before the full update even came out, which, in my opinion, I think... which in my opinion, it's not a bug, it's just a side effect of changes. Now, I've labeled the different types of Bastion remnants on top of these. I used Crimson Wood because, you know, there's a Crimson Forest, like, right over there. But in the Bastion Bridge, which there's only one new thing that's been added, and it's a golden axe. You can get it in the chest. This is all the new stuff that has been added. In the Bastion Stable, or well, the Hoglin Stable, you can now get a randomly enchanted diamond pickaxe. You know, I'm going to be putting efficiency. I put efficiency 5 on it as an example. Randomly enchanted golden axe or golden hole, and you can now actually get crying obsidian in there. Now in the Bastion Other, which is just like the weird Bastion remnant, which this isn't it. This is the Bastion Treasure. You can actually tell that it is because it has this room in here. You can now get a single cooked pork chop. Just a single cooked pork chop. That is weird. You can still also now get enchanted golden axes and enchanted diamond pickaxes in the Other. You can now get regular golden apples in there. You can now get golden carrots in there, which I think is like 6 to 12 or something. You can now get a randomly enchanted iron sword in this area. You could already get randomly enchanted iron swords in the Bastion Treasure, which is where I am. But now you can also get blocks of iron. And now in the Bastion Treasures, we can now get enchanted golden apples, another place, and we can get like many more blocks of iron. And your diamond tools that you'll sometimes find in there, they actually used to be perfectly intact, but now they aren't. They will have random amounts of durability taken away. And there was something I forgot to show in the overworld because I'm a complete and utter dum-dum. Over here, lanterns can now be waterlogged. I'm gonna take that as a screenshot. Wanted to use that as a thumbnail shot. Which I think is probably a good thing for builders, but in my opinion, I think it's a good thing that they're not going to pre-releases yet, because Minecraft Java has a ton of bugs that I really just don't like, and I really think that they need to start working hard on more on bug fixes than anything else. I don't think 1.15 was enough. I think they didn't focus enough on the bugs, or they didn't spend enough time on the bugs. I feel like they should do another update solely about bugs, but take like as long as they did for like 1.9 to come out, which in my opinion was just wonderful, because in the earlier updates they just spent all the possible time that they would in every single snapshot. They had A, B, C, D, and even E snapshots sometimes to make sure that every feature added in the main snapshot was made to perfection. Seriously, Mojang, why can't you go back to that system? It worked so well. I don't like this new faster update system. You're not focusing enough on features. I mean, I know Bedrock could also most likely use a lot of that stuff, but Bedrock's bugs is just outright awful. I mean, I've seen some of the bugs that are on Bedrock on the Minecraft subreddit, and they're just outright ridiculous. Some of the rendering bugs, a lot of collision bugs, a lot of the weird mob behavior bugs. Oh, and since I'm near a village, see, if there was like a 1-block hole and that includes doors, sometimes mobs would be trying to go in there. They'd be kind of like stuck like this, and they're trying to get in, but they can't. And sometimes villagers would be stuck on the edge. We know, and then they just start doing this. Although they do it much faster because they're villagers. Seriously. I don't know, okay. Oh, and here's oh yeah, hold on. See, a change with enchanted items dropped from mobs is that sometimes this bug has actually been around since 1.14, and sometimes they would actually drop 2 of the same enchant on their weapon, which you could get like, which is obviously not supposed to happen. which is kind of weird in my opinion. And the only other way to get those things now is obviously with commands or data packs. And speaking of data packs, we actually now have an ability to add optional tags in data packs, which is supposed to help with incompatibilities. So if you make something that's optional, or because now they made it so that data packs obviously won't load when incompatibilities existed, but now you can actually mitigate that problem with adding optional tags, which is actually really cool. I think that's actually gonna be it for today. I have a lot of bugs to report. I might forget them while I'm actually uploading this video, and I'll see you guys for another episode of Paper Mario later today. Peace.